All right, join me as we continue our practice of American Girl. This is day 4 of me working on the lead guitar parts, lead and rhythm parts. They were both tracked by Mike Campbell. He plays this one mostly live. He makes this his focus. All right, so I ended it, I think it was yesterday, or no, it was 2 days ago at 82 BPM. So this part's a little tricky for me. Got some string skipping. The chord shapes are easy for me, but like these little bit of chords in space, a little bit hard. Let me just quick check that tuning. All right, but if you guys want to support the channel, obviously like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But at our website, musicbythemeasurespro.com, we have sheet music for sale, sheet music exercises, all that good stuff. We appreciate any support that we get. Allows us to do more of this, and that's what we love to do. Shooting videos like this, making exercise videos, lesson videos, all that good stuff. All right. We are going to focus on this part for like 20 minutes, and then probably the other rhythm guitar part, and leave some parts that I feel like, like the 16th note strum. I feel like I'm in good shape on that. Like this needs some more love than anything else does. And I can play this, but I don't play it confidently. Like I don't hear that 16th note, that 1 E and 2 and 3 and. Like if I was playing a rhythm guitar part, it'd be way easier for me. I'm better at that. So we left off at 82. Let's jump down to 60. And we'll do, I think we just do this whole run. We'll start with mutes though. 2 and 3 and 4. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1. 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 3, 4. 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 4 and 3 and 4 and you see how much I have to count? And 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and I gotta put that on the right beat. All right, but the idea is certainly there. 1 E and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 4. 1, 2, 3. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Hey, thanks, my guy. Thought Selin says, ooh, nice. And thank you. Appreciate it. You see how slow, like a tricky lead part. Lead. It's not a solo. I guess lead riff part. Let's call it a riff. This is just the guitar work that I need to work on. Like I need to level up my game from the decent strummer to a riff player, and yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's getting better and better. 1 E and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm gonna count this so many times that you guys are gonna get sick of it, but I need to count it about 100 times, and then it'll just be ingrained, that dotted eighth note. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3. It'll become natural. It'll take a bit, but it'll become natural. And 4 and 1 and 2. Right now, like the amount of counting it takes me, it feels so opposite of natural. Forced is the way to say it. 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Let's keep going faster. Some flubs. Some of those flubs just will get removed in time. Trying to go back and forth between counting it and then just hearing it, and then sometimes when I hear it, it falls apart. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah. You hear me count again, though, it just gets really just tight. And then you hear me not count. And it actually was better. It definitely was better, but like not the same amount of tautness that me counting it is. Part of that might just be my brain drifts as if I'm not actively like engaged with counting. I might think about like, I don't know, anything else on the face of the planet. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. And 2 and 3. Getting a little sloppy, but I was trying to do it. Trying to tackle it different ways. But all right, back to 82 already. That's quick. So it's just, let's, try to worry about the tightness, but at the same time, just let's push this tempo. Let's see if we can get up to 115, which is full speed, or close to there anyway today. That would kind of feel good on this guitar part. 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3. 2, 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So, I feel like I'm threading a needle. I was going to say needling a thread. That would be the opposite of what I'm trying to say. It's that 1 E and click. And, right? You're just dancing in between those beats. 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3. You can hear when I start to feel it, and it changes how I'm actually even approaching the guitar. Like, it becomes way more natural and nuanced versus this very stoic way of playing, which is fine. Like, you have to do the stoic to learn. Like, it should be very clinical, like very scientific, like I'm cutting something apart and like looking inside of it. Yeah, that's where you're first starting, and kind of like, wait, what was he trying to do? What was he accomplishing? Because tab only tells you so much. It's getting the playing out of the tab. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 1 E and a 2 and 3. 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 and 3. 1 E and a 2 and 3. 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. And 1 and 2 and 3. All right, let's speed it up. There was some good in there. There was some bad in there. But we're going up by 6s, which is a big difference. I think this is the third day of working on this guitar part, or this section. So like in 3 days, for me, that's pretty good. Especially an idea that I'm not completely comfortable with. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 E and a 2 and 3. 1 E and a 2 and 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 and 3. And 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 4. 1 E and a 2 and 3. 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3. All right, other than a lot of like missed notes all of a sudden. Let's just keep going up. We'll keep going by 6s. Sweet, we're only 11 BPM away from full speed, which is pretty nice. It means, it's close to coming together. 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 4. 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 1 E and a 2 and 3. 1 E and a 2 and there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was great. Like, that was a very good start. But then I might have even thought it was a good start, and I went down the hill. Okay, just gotta maintain that. 1 and a 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3. 1 and a 2 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and I might be crashing and burning now. 2, 3, 4. 1 E into 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E into 2 and 3. 1 E into 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E into 2 and 3. All right. I was pretty happy with that because I'm starting to like hear the threading of the needle, but started getting too sloppy. All right, let's do 100. Might call it after 100. Depends. If I play it really tight a couple times in a row, we'll move up. But if it's just gonna get sloppier, I don't need to ingrain sloppiness. I have enough of that in my playing already. 1 E into 2 and 1 E into 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. 1 E into 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E into 2 and 1 E into 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 1 E into 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E into 2 and 1. So the sloppiness is more in my left hand than my right hand right now. So we're gonna do a couple more. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 E into 2 and 3, 4. 1 E into 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E into 2 and 3. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 E into 2 and 3 and 1 E into 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E into 2 and 3. Excuse all those missed notes. But it's coming. It's coming. It's sloppy. So like 100's really exposing like shit who doesn't actually know how to play this. You know, my brain has to move a little faster than I'm comfortable with this part yet. Just because I don't know it. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E into 2 and 3. 1 E into 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E into 2 and 3. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. All right. I did about 20 minutes in that, so I'm happy. It's been like 2 more minutes. So 100 is okay. You know, I think was at 82 when we started. Let's just work for a couple minutes on this guitar part right here. Let's do the same thing. Let's just drop that down to 60. Make sure we're playing it clean. Make sure I'm not putting any accents on. This is the chimey, the bo diddly part, as Mike Campbell would say. 1 E into 2 E into 3 E and 4 E into. So my biggest issue is on the end of 3. This is just me being super picky. Well, not even being super picky. Like if we were going to track this song, I'd be like, hey man, every time you play this, you're putting an accent on the end of 3. There is no accent there, so either take that out or fix it. Other thing I want to watch for is just getting that note. Sometimes on a couple beats, I don't like to strum all the way down. This is kind of like the sloppiness in my playing and trying to do these exact videos of like, hey, this is how he played it, and this is the nuance of the part. It's like, I need to quit being so lazy with some of my playing and just fix some of those things. All right, 60, and a 3 E, and a 4 E, and a 1 E, and a... So first, gotta play in time. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and 4 E and a... Making sure that D gets in there, not that A. So if I have to, I'll put a finger up there. 2 E and a 3E and 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and. So just trying to get this relaxed. Get to the place where you don't even have to think about playing it, which, quite honest, I wasn't thinking. Just trying to keep it smooth. And a 2, and a 3, and a... So yeah, just started slow enough so like, you know, I wouldn't be making a ton of mistakes, but I feel like these tempos are all pretty good. 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a... Cool. We're just chilling on a Monday and getting these a little bit faster up to tempo. Trying to make sure everything's comfortable. You know, like that last part. Like as soon as it started being stressful for me playing, like I started tensing up. It's like we don't need to get to full speed today. We just need to make sure we attempt it. We put some time in. Full speed can come. It'll come a lot easier if you're relaxed. Let's go 86. We'll go a little faster. Try to leave this tempo faster than we left it. We started it. 3, 4, 1, and a 2. One E and a 2E and a 3E and 4E and a 1E and a... One tempo faster. Let's just jump to 96. See if we can hold our own. definitely hear a couple beats starting to get pushed and rushed a little bit. So like 96 is a good one for me to push, but let's look at the other guitar part. So these are the two main guitar parts in the beginning of the song. Here, like this guitar part. So we got this hammer on, 1 E, 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 and 1 E and 2 and 3. Oh, and I gotta watch that F sharp on this part. 4, 1 E and 2 and 3 and just because of my bad rhythm skills, like sometimes putting that 1 is enough to throw me off just a little bit. Let's just go to 70 on this one. We won't go super slow. And let's just do a couple in a row of just really not rushing that 1 and a 2 and 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and 3. You know, just want to make sure you're not, I don't know, mixing your rhythm around because left hand's doing something different than it's used to. You know, doing a little bit of a hammer on. All right, let's start these on mutes. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3, 4, 1 and a 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and a 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3, 4, 1, 3. That one was off. 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 4, 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4, 1 E and a 2 and 3. I like to rush that one. 4, 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 1 and a 2 E and 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and. Cool. Let's do 6. 6 is a good number today. 2 and 3 and 4, 1 E and a 2 and 3, 1 E and a 2 and 1 E and a 2 and 3, 4, 1 and a 1 E and a 2 and 3. Cool. I might be a little low energy today because everything's just like, okay, cool. But it's Monday. Like, I don't know if you can expect too much more out of Monday. 2 and 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 and 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 and 1 and a 1 and a 2 and 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and a 1 and a 2 and 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and 3, 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 88 just for fun, and then move on. We'll see if I can pull it off at 88. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and. Getting a little sloppy, but it's okay. All right, let's do, before I'm done, I got a little bit of time yet, actually. Let's just try to get this part not up to speed. I play this not very naturally at all. So there's a great video of Mike Campbell. Just type it down, American Girl guitar breakdown. Mike Campbell will pop up. He's like the second or third video down. Watch that guy's hands move. He's the lead guitarist for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. It looks like the guitar was born with him. He's so natural on it. Now, you get there by doing the practice that I'm doing now. But the difference between where I'm playing and where he's playing is just like a mountain, a valley, a large distance. He plays this and it just seems like he's breathing. I play this and it seems like I don't know how to breathe. All right, let's clean that rhythm up. So 1, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. All right, that's better than I thought. Still just not natural, but kind of like that other lead guitar part in the song or riff guitar part in the song. It's not going to be natural until I actually know how to play it, right? It's going to be a little like, I don't know. It's going to be the idea of it, just a really like juvenile version of the idea. All right, let's see if we can jump in and just sight read this all. 3 and a 4 and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Fun part to play. Obviously, we're playing it super slow yet. Let's go up by sixes. Now, anything that's out of my wheelhouse, like I need to make sure that when I'm speeding it up, I'm staying relaxed, because relaxed is really the key for me to play everything to speed down the road. If I start tensing up now, it's going to be harder to play at 1:15. And a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2. Yeah, that was right. I gotta double check my math. 3 and a 4 and a 1. So playing some stuff wrong, just like missing some slides and stuff. We'll let time go through and then jump back in. Three and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E. We're gonna go faster. I wanted to do one good one, but I keep messing up and not thinking about that tie there. All right, a couple more, and this will be good practice. 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2. Not putting everything in the right spot, but we'll do one faster. Let's go up by 4 though. Let's try to get like the beats right before we're done. That would be ideal. It does often seem like anything at the end of my practice is not going to get as much love or as much gain as, you know, what I started with. What I started with today worked really, really well. This one, not so much. Why don't we, I got like a couple minutes I want to use for this yet. Why don't we go back to the other guitar part and just solidify this lead. See if we can jump right back in at 100 and actually let's do our 6s. Just do a couple of these and maybe end on a strong note, or maybe just reaffirming what we were working on. Get our heads wrapped around this part. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 E and a 2. It's fast. And a 2 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 1 E and a. So you hear I'm struggling to even put that count in there. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and 3, 4, 1 E and a 2. 1 E and a 2. It might be just like the rhythm of the other part getting me 1 E and a 2 E and 3. 1 E and a 2. My guys. 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 1 E and a 2. 1 E and a 2 and 3. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 4 1 E and. All right, now let's go to 96 a minute because clearly I'm not hearing at 106. and a 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ending on a strong note today. 2, 3, 4. All right, we're gonna do a couple more. 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3. All right, none of those were great. But let's go to 102. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2. All right, let's see if we can do 106 now. And 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and 3. Well, now we have to go faster. Sweet. And then we're basically almost at full speed. Basically almost at full speed. 5 BPM away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we might as well just do full speed, right? It'd be dumb not to at this point. All right, let's do a couple of full speed, and then let's see how this goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. That is confusing for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. My brain shut down. Sweet. We got up to full speed on that part. Obviously some refinement that has to happen, and that's only the 4-bar section. Quite often, though, you learn that 4 bars and ideas like that are going to repeat. Like he's using kind of like some of those ideas in the chorus. So it's getting that technique down. It's getting that understanding. Even though that took me 3 days, it's going to kind of like copy and paste to other sections. Sweet, guys. Thanks for checking it out. If you guys want to help support the channel, become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com. We have a monthly subscription for sheet music. That sheet music allows us to film more videos like this and make more content for you guys, and hopefully this helps you guys learn. Maybe the best thing for now is like as you see me struggle in certain things, maybe it's stuff in elements in your playing you want to resolve, and maybe it allows you to focus on that and think about like, oh man, that guy's fixing it by this, I'll do that, or that guy's learning it by this. All right, you guys have a good rest of your Monday, and I'll see you all soon.